What time is it? 5:04. And we are currently in the airport waiting to board. Yeah. Got my portable charger. I actually should have found one of the units to put this in. If you ever in the airport, these are like $40 and they're transferable. So whatever airport you're in, if they have the fuel ride machine, you just put it in and they give you a new one that's fully charged. Take this everywhere I go because it has every charger cord in here. So I'll show you guys when I get on the plane. So I'm absolutely obsessed with Detroit. This is their prayer room. It has a bunch of rugs. The walls are labeled so you know where to pray. Found it to be really cool. So we made it to the Hyatt Regency, which was the hotel that we stayed at. It was right off the Waikiki Beach, and it was definitely a beautiful hotel. But I rated it 8 out of 10 only because a lot of the employees were striking. So we had to like request housekeeping. The hours of the restaurants and stuff around us in the hotel were on limited hours because they were like really short staffed. So I definitely give it an 8 out of 10 because I felt like I wasn't able to fully enjoy the full experience. I did get really annoyed because the elevator kept breaking down and we were like on a 36th floor. So it just was like a huge inconvenience. But besides that, the hotel has a lot to offer. The resort fee covers like beach towels, beach bags, beach chairs. They have like a lot of things that you can do in the resort. They have like a laundry room there. It just was like a bunch of different things that they offer at the hotel, but I just definitely feel like I didn't get the full experience only because they were short staffed. So, here is like the resort stuff that they have. They had like a farmers market. They had like yoga. At like 9 and 10 a.m. They talked about like the hula class that they had. So it just was like a lot of stuff that they had to offer, but it's just that it was short staffed, so I wasn't really able to like get the feel of the actual resort. My favorite part about the hotel was definitely that it was right off the beach though. Like it was walking distance. So this was the hotel room. Like I said, the hotel room was pretty nice. I enjoyed the hotel. The room came with a balcony, but I really wasn't messing with the balcony because we were like on the 36th floor and I don't know, 36 floors up was just kind of like scary for me, but it was a nice view And later that night, we really didn't do anything because we were jet lagged because there's like a 6 hour time difference from Hawaii and Philly. So we went to sleep and we got prepared for swimming with the dolphins the next day. So swimming with the dolphins was about 45 minutes away from our hotel, but the good thing is they came and picked us up at like 6 a.m. from our hotel. We were like in a group of 24, but I think that it was a great experience because we got to see different parts of the island. It was really beautiful. I really enjoyed the volcanoes and the mountains. I think that was like my favorite part of Hawaii. But we drove to the dock and we got on our boat. And we looked for dolphins for like a good 2 hours. I sat on the net part of the boat, and I promise you I was asleep most of the time. After that, I didn't really get much from swimming with the dolphins and the turtles because we went to two different parts and we swam with turtles and dolphins. I didn't record much because I left my water case at the hotel, so I wasn't able to really get any content of me in the water swimming, but it was definitely a 10 out of 10 experience swimming in the middle of the ocean with dolphins and turtles. I highly recommend it, but that water was pretty deep, so my swim skills didn't stand a chance. So another one of my favorite parts of the hotel was that they had a laundry room. After we got back from swimming with the dolphins, I did my laundry because I just absolutely couldn't stand putting my wet clothes back inside of my suitcase. So I washed clothes. Then I got dressed and I went out to dinner. We went to this place called the Fire Grill, which was like around the corner from our hotel. So we took a walk. But the food was really good. Our waiter was a huge Eagles fan. The entire time he talked about the Eagles and how they had a game coming up on Friday. But it was a great experience. The food was really good. We had some shrimp. I had like some type of salmon and mashed potatoes with like a mushroom risotto, and the food was so good. By the time it was time for dessert, I was too full, so I didn't eat no dessert. But that night kind of ended pretty early because, like I said, I was like pretty jet lagged the entire trip. Like I was still running off of Philly time. I would like go to bed at like 12 o'clock in Philly, but it would be like 8 o'clock here. So it just like I was pretty thrown off with time. It just was like something that my body had to get used to, which I couldn't catch up to. But the next day we went out for brunch, I should say, because we didn't get breakfast. But it was this place called Lulu's that was up the street from our hotel as well, and this was like their fish sandwich, and baby, it was so good. After that, my camera had died, and I went to like Sephora, I went to Kith, we went to a couple of stores, so I wasn't able to really get no content, but we came back. And after that we went to the beach, and the beach was definitely a vibe. I thoroughly enjoyed the beach. It was super clean. It wasn't like seagulls trying to attack you if you was like eating and stuff, and the water was just so beautiful. So I spent like maybe 2 to 3 hours at the beach. Let me tell y'all how I wore sunscreen and my face still got sunburnt. Yeah, this was definitely a trip to remember, but I came back home and my face was sunburnt. So yeah, the beach I definitely recommend, but make sure you double up with sunscreen because the sun was definitely beaming. So we took a bus tour and it was really nice. It's like 4 different lines there: the pink line, the red line, the green line, and I think it was like a blue line or something. I can't quite remember, but it was like 4 different lines that take you to different parts of the island. And we got on the green line, and that line takes you to the Diamond Head Crater, which is a inactive volcano that is famous there, that everyone like hikes. It's not like a bad hike, they say. So if you're ever in Hawaii and you're like a hiking type of girly, I definitely recommend the hike. But we got on that bus ride, and it just took us around different parts of Hawaii to get us to the location that we were going to, and the scenery was definitely beautiful. We met so many different type of people from LA, upper New York, Jersey. It just was like really nice to meet different people who like live in Hawaii. Most of the people live there over 5 years, so they definitely talk about how amazing it is and how much they love it. But they also talk about how expensive Hawaii is. So on the next part of the video, you're gonna see all of the houses that are in Hawaii, and I know for sure the people who live there got a bag, because people say Hawaii is expensive. I don't think it's expensive for like someone who's visiting, but I definitely think it's expensive as far as living. But it's definitely a beautiful island. The people are so nice there. I don't think I ran into anybody with like a nasty attitude. Everyone is so welcoming. Everyone literally talks to you, tell you different things that you should do in the city. But I definitely think it's more than a couple of days of a trip. I definitely think that you should be there at least 2 weeks to a month for you to get like the full experience of Hawaii. So I definitely think the next time I go to Hawaii, inshallah, I'm going to visit a different part of the island, because it's just so much to see and so much stuff to do. But yeah, it's definitely a beautiful island for sure. Okay, so this is when we got inside of the volcano, and as you guys can see that the walls are burnt, because I mean it's a volcano. But it definitely was scary a little bit, because I'm like, what if this volcano activates right now while we in here? But the bus takes you right back to the stop that you got on the bus every 45 minutes to an hour. So after you do the hike, you can definitely depend on the bus to be there to take you back. But the only thing that I didn't like is that you have to have reservations, because they only allow a certain amount of people to do the hike at one time. So if you're ever going to Hawaii, just make sure that you set a reservation. I think the tickets are like $5 to $6 to hike, so that's not too bad. After we left there, we caught an Uber and went to Leonard's, which is like a bakery in Hawaii that is like super famous for like malasadas, which are like sugared donuts. They're pretty good. We had regular and cream filled. I'm not eating cream filled because that's like nasty to me, but the donuts were really good. After that, we went to a local spot near our hotel and got poke bowls, and bruh, the food smacked, man. Like it was all of it. So they have a bunch of different poke bowls that you can get, and after that, we had to get ready to go to the airport. So we can make our flight, because our flight was like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So after we checked out, we headed to the airport, and that was basically my Hawaii trip. I just hate that it was so short-lived, because it was like Monday through Thursday, but I'll definitely be back to Hawaii. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. I just definitely want to go to a different island, because I want to see all of Hawaii. But yeah, y'all, it is beautiful. So until the next YouTube, bye.